Correct. I mean, my name now Napoleon, National Secretary General of the Israeli People's Party. As not only follow up, we, the SLPP, don't be engaged in several activities in the last couple of days. This now for present to the people of this country how organized the Israeli People's Party is and how prepared the Israeli People's Party is for continuing governance. You know, the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Section 35, subsection 2, give we the responsibilities as political parties for seeing all the activities and for conform to internal democratic practices. And additionally, we are there for shape the political wills and opinion of the people of this country. And to do that, you have to be organized yourself. You have to be prepared, which is why the SLPP, we now go see in the last couple of days, our organizational capabilities and ability for prepare ourselves for the next coming general elections. When one day in the situation we are in, you're not going to see the difference anyway with other political parties within the country. So the last couple of days, this is what happened. In our new constitution, under the leadership of His Excellency Julius Madabio as leader of the party, and the chairman, Dr. Alex Presided, and myself, we look at the constitution, see, it's our time we decided for open up the space for young people in this country and women them. So the first thing we did was for look at the constitution and extract the young people that within the party and create what we call the National Young Generation Council. This council definitely will bring all young people then together, say, we now come together and organize ourselves. We now vote for our own leader. If we are saying that we want to give opportunity to young people, then for let them grow as the next generation for take after we, they will have to start giving them the responsibility, and the time is now. So which is why we created the Young Generation Council, and we go, Namoyamba, they elect their own leader, only themselves, not in the National Delegate Conference, where you go over 800 delegates, all man they vote here and there. This is purely a young people's business. The same thing happened for the women there. We bring out all the women there together, to themselves, no man not there among them. Before, we'll be going to a National Delegate Conference, over 800 delegates, man, woman, young and old, for all go vote for women's leader there. So this time around, we took the women there by themselves, then go vote for themselves and elect their own leader. So these councils that now will be done create, will be need for formally open them and launch them. So in Kenima, we saw the young people again coming together for organize themselves and present their council. And in Kenima, it was well organized, it was well presented, the occasion be very, very much lively. We'll be there for the rest of the day and will not get any incident. That tells you say the young people within the SLPP are actually prepared and ready for take over the leadership of the party as well. Then we came to Bo as well. We can organize a women conference. We say the women then also present themselves. They get a whole day workshop. They tell you what they want and what they want for let the party look forward to. And they make a lot of presentation, particularly in line with the SLPP government passing the new Gender Act. We make a very pronounced position for the women of this country. So they made a position paper, they presented it to the leadership. So now we climax it with a National Delegate Conference on the 8th and the 9th of September, in which those papers they have done in their conferences, in their council, will be laid officially at the National Delegate Conference.
So why not you somebody go actually talk about giving young people the chance for take the center stage? Why this particular time? For Leona things say young people are very important and get key role for play na this young people's party by giving them the chance now.
We've always been part of the internal democracy of the SLPP, as I say earlier. But under the leadership, in 2018, we changed our constitution in which we bring in the current president as leader of the party, who really give political direction to the party. So it's this vision and aspiration and will as well. So you move the party and push the party, say, look, if we have to, we keep talking, say, the country, this country, majority of this country are constituted young people. They are in the majority. So why not start practicing that, putting that into practice? So which is why we extracted our constitution, we frame our constitution in that form, and we don't give them the very good platform. Coming to the National Delegate Conference, someone just talk about what are the most important. It happened on the 8th and the 9th. This is not an elective conference. Normally, with the National Delegate Conference, or man defeating an election we do. In December of 2021, we did our National Delegate Conference with our national officers were elected, and our flag bearer, His Excellency Julius Madabio, leader of the party, was elected as a flag bearer of the party. We don't pass that day. This conference, the aim of this conference is for present the SLPP to the people of Israel and to the world. In 2018, the Israeli people, they vote for His Excellency Julius Maada Bio under the umbrella of the Israeli People's Party. So it's Israeli People's Party-led government. This government don't work 4.5 years, going to 5 years. So we decided as a party that for bring camp with delegates and all of freetown, we bring camp the government and all the sectors that we work within this government and publicly, which is going to be on air, television, radio, etc., for let them come and we'll discuss and present where they come 2018. We say they meet. What have we done from 2018 to this day? And waiting we intend for do after 2023.
Why this
June
kind
24.
of conference where most of the MDA to get to ER side don't come out and things are waiting for put in place or improve on the service where they get?
Okay, now the Constitution of Australia say nobody know they become president of this country if you don't belong to a political party. That's what the Australian Constitution says. The president of Australia belongs to the SLPP, and it's the SLPP-led government. So as a party, we say, we want for bring kind of people there, and they can talk to young people there. And then they can talk to the country and by extension to the world. So that will get on clearly. Because a lot of times in you go on social media, you go on radio, people will make certain casting allegations, they will say so one time for Branca, how they say openly, they can always tell people then, as the SLPP government, whenever they shy away for come to the public, because we believe we're on records, and we believe say we've done very well, and we believe so we'll continue doing very well. So which is why we always want to put our cards on the table and in the public for let people then get the opportunity for fast check or cross check what we are saying. So we're bringing them, all the sector ministries in a 2 days conference wherein we'll be interacting with our delegates and observers then, both international and local. 98.2 as well will be invited for cover the whole program for Dede, so they go yegi from them directly and will present the facts and figures and data for the people of this country as you see. This is where we met in 2018. This is where we've taken it to 2023. And this is where we are going to take it after June 24, 2023, because I believe say His Excellency Julius Maada Bio is going to be re-elected as the President of the Republic of Australia for continuous size up.
Mr. Kuma, how it get for
we elect him, he appoint people them in various roles and as ministers for head certain institutions and for deliver. So the President will give an overview. The Chief Minister will present the baseline, and the President will give an overview of an achievement in the last 4.5 years. Then not only that, the Minister then they say we call let the fact speaks for itself. They will also be there in person for the update and talk. So people have opportunity for even ask them questions and make presentations. So if you talk something where somebody knows say this one we don't talk is correct, it will be acknowledged. Yeah. So we're bringing everybody. Everybody is going to be invited for can do that presentation there so that the whole country will see and by extension the world will see. That's the idea. This is part of our organization. This is part of us showing to the world that we are well organized and we are well prepared to continue to take over the reins of government. We are not as disorganized as other political parties in this country. We are the SLPP within governance and for continue to show the example as enshrined in our constitution. We talk about the internal organization of a political party and the responsibility of every political party for shape the political wills and opinions of the people of this country.
Continue for the way to inside the program in name now Umaru Napoleon.
I keep telling you about the internal organization of the Israeli People's Party. One of the reasons why we continue to be a very formidable political party, perhaps the only political party we don't survive in sub-Saharan Africa, pre-independence. We are there before independence and we're still there and we'll continue for day. It's because of what we cherish and we'll not go ever deviate from that. I keep making reference. The government of Sierra Leone is an SLPP-led government. And SLPP will have the responsibility to the people of this country. And we have to showcase that responsibility. What we have done in the last 4 years, we have to show it out. We are proud of it. And will not shy away from them. We want to let the people of this country know. So even though we delegate them, over 1,000 delegates at every level of this country, from the last section, chiefdoms, district, constituency, state camp, they bring them all come together. Let us yegi directly from those who we don't place in position of responsibility for them to talk to them directly so that they too can take those messages back to their people down there. Say, for example, President Bio elect in 2018, we appoint this person here for serving this area here, this and this, and this, achieve. that message will go back again to the last man at the village there, so that they will understand exactly how governance works. This is like, let's take this, this is like bringing governance to the doorsteps of the people of this country.
Bringing governance to the doorstep of the people, we don't see after that August 1810 incident, we see a lot of engagement, community engagement from almost all sector them. Also, them believe say, well, or they realize say it's high time they begin engage the people and not just go talk waiting they do, but also give people them the chance for making their own contribution. So looking at this set of the same thing, you think say this at all necessary? We already MDA them, they don't do community engagement and outreach, they don't need to take them to the provinces.
This is a responsibility of a political party. It's a SLPP-led government. I keep reminding you, I'll come back to it again. Any line, we're drawing it directly from the spirit of and intendment of the Constitution of Australia. I keep telling you, nobody not going to become president of any country, of this country, if you are not a member of a political party. The SLPP elected Julius Maada Bio, the SLPP-led government. So now, as SLPP, if I want to put it that way, as SLPP, as a political organization, we owe it as a responsibility. So President Bio, as leader of the party within government, they also owe it as a responsibility to the party for letting tell the party who's will meet in 2018, who's will they now, and who's will intend for take. And people will delegate a minute. The delegates will have the opportunity, like you say, to ask questions. Observers will be there to have the opportunity to ask questions. The outside lookers, the onlookers, nationwide, they'll have an opportunity also to interrogate and say and make their own comment. So which is why we are going to do it in the open. We are going to bring it out in order for dinner, not to a delegate conference for go organize our one-person house. This now Bintumani Conference Center will go for host town, and it's going to be a nationwide thing with everybody they see. We even intend for put out for Zoom so that our membership across the globe will be able to see and see exactly what they do, how organized the party is, how prepared the party is for continuing the governance of the state.
All right, Mr. Kuma, you say ministry, department, and agency them go there now Bintumani for explain some of the things the way they don't do, and you know one of the person way they work. Now one of the ministry them you go start for tell listeners now on your own part witness some of the development in the way I don't do.
Well, so many things. Probably well the boss, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice is well prepared for that. We'll put together. But if I run through as a Minister of Justice, we're responsible for overseas the issue of justice delivery and access to justice in this country. We're very much proud of what we don't achieve inside the last 18 years. I will just give you a summary. Access to justice, now one of the main issues that we get for do with proper justice delivery. When we come in 2018 in this country, we realize the people that they access justice in this country are very much limited. We don't get the legal aid board, or they don't enact them by parliament, maybe they provide assistance. But look at the country, for example. We had how many districts will be get magistrates and where they sit on, where they sit court? How many districts will be get high courts there where they be the sit court? How many high court judges that will be get where they will deliver cases there? So the point that when you get a case, the ratio will come at least, if you look at it was like virtually about 800 Sierra Leonean to a single judge. What happened? Because of the issue of staffing, recruitment, people then for able to do the job. You go to the law officers department where I work, the Ministry of Justice. When people they do cases, they would then call criminal matters, and for example, they send out to the office of the Director of Public Prosecution for no drop indictment for the case they come up. It was as good as dead. We'll be in practice where the committee matter and high court. Once you don't grant you bail, you say go relax. Because for the indictment they come on, that'd be a problem. Why was that? Because the law officers department had very little staff. So when this government come in, we look at those issues and we make us a deliberate policy, say, how can we recruit? I mean, the first time in the history of this country, we were able to recruit at one go 30 state councils then for working at the law officers department. These are lawyers who they don't apply for so many years, they wait for the application. We recruited them. And when we get them, we put them directly to work. Today, if you go to the Director of Public Prosecution's office, where matters are being committed, the turnaround time, matters will be going on virtually 3, 4, 5 years, we indictment and they come up. Today, I'll bet you the maximum we will take my hand, will take more than a month or two. We indictment will come up for go up now the high court for they will continue to matter. Then we come to the issue of stretching out. You go, for example, I'll give you an example. The new district they will create, Falaba, for example. Before, people they be the worker over 120 miles from Krubola for Kana Kabala, for Kana Magistrate Court. So somebody offend me like Kubola, I think about the transporter they pay for Kabbalah for can make case na magistrate court. I might as well sit down and say no, Alhamdulillah, I left me case, give God. They continue for nurse that grudge they had. What do? We establish a magistrate court. Now Mongo, na Falabanda, we make a shorter access so people of Falabanda can come to Mongo, or they can do them cases there. And we have a resident magistrate. We base the way they do them cases then. Additionally, High Court. Everybody in Makinde be come. We establish a High Court now, Kabbalah, where we have a sitting High Court judge. We come to Karine. We establish the Kamakui, who put magistrate court there. Virtually, we have magistrate court in all the districts of the Republic of Australia. In fact, some districts that we're so big, we even get 2 magistrates in when they sit there. That can be against a deliberate policy of the government who advise the government say we need to recruit more magistrates and provide the resources to the judiciary for them to recruit more magistrates then. We don't do 2 recruitments then. And the judges then, we don't do 2 recruitments of judges then. Okay. We bring them come on contract, and very recently we go for make them permanent over 10 judges then. And we need to do more. Okay. But I can tell you, say, we saw meet on 2018, we don't take them very far in 2023, and we even do more after 2023 going forward.
You just mentioned about the developments them we don't happen na the justice sector, usai particular you know the deputy minister. But how then reform there, Mr. Kurma, don't they affect the layman in terms of justice?
It don't affect the layman. Of course, it don't affect their lives. I can tell you in terms of access to justice. I give you a classical example. Before I get a case na Kubola. Yeah, I want justice, but I cannot get it. I have to come to Kabbalah 120 miles. I can't afford it. What I get for? Do I get for Sudan? But with the access closer to you, yeah, they can't even get them. Somebody who you get for PU, you want for Brian can accord for get you money back, you get for Brian Cam. And additionally, apart from that, what about the progressive laws that would legislate that this country? Since we can have power, yeah, through the deliberate effort and direction of His Excellency, the President under the new direction. Look at the laws then. Who repeal the seditious libel law, we pull on our law books them. We journalists be afraid for what they talk. You go to jail for that and they say no. We repeal the death penalty, we pull on our law books them. We don't pull on they. In terms of commercial practices in the country, Australia is the first country we don't that Africa you could Google this where they can tell you. We don't get what we call a modern arbitration law. Where they make sure as a hub for commercial practices. Arbitration law will pass quite recently. If you Google right now, you check them, we have provisions in it. Not even the big brother of Africa, winner Nigeria, get any kind of legislations in it. So we are preparing Israel also, not only for we locally, but for even internationally, for them able to attract people then for Canada, this country. There are several legislations. As I talk to you right now with draftsmen, they at work, repealing and replacing progressive laws that would take to the House of Parliament for passing into law.
Okay, continue for the with we, Napoleon Kurma.
From your perspective, maybe your understanding is from that point of view. What is wrong again if they don't give you a task, a responsibility for let you carry out, then you not come back to the people that they give you the task for explain to them, say the responsibility you want to give me that this I don't perform. How will you call that person? This is what it is. As an SLPP, we want more responsibility for this country. And because we want more responsibility, the first one that we don't give, we need for we don't discharge them, and we need for them come back to them and say, this is what we have done, and we are asking again, say, this is what we'll do after 2023. So it's like I say earlier, it's all within the principles of accountability. If you don't send somebody for go do something, then the person you go do them, even come back to you, say, a report, kind of a report card, and say, this is what I've done. Then you just say, don't know how are you going to know? So this is what it is. The National Delegate Conference or the Delegate Conference is the highest authority within the party. That's where the power they elect the flag bearer, they elect the national officers, they get the responsibility for choosing whether for lead the party. So we are bringing the delegates together, say the responsibility not give we as national officers of the party. The responsibility I don't give again His Excellency Julius Maada for lead the Australian People's Party in the next election. Julius Maada will be doing that in 2017 at the Isakatko Hall. 4 years plus down the line. And they come back again to us say that responsibility they want to give me. This is what far I have done. Now don't give me another responsibility again in 2021 for lead Una again as a party into the next general election. So he's talking to the SLPP. He's presenting to the SLPP delegate. The campaign they come, the time we NEC declare campaign officially, We'll go right on into the country and to the people of this country and present, then say report and to them. Now we're talking to the party purely as part of our internal processes, as part of our internal democracies, so that our people too will have an understanding within the SLPP as we move forward to the nation at large, which we are going to do definitely at the appropriate time when it is declared officially, and we'll do that. Okay. Now, campaign has not been declared officially, so it's up to you. We are not going to campaign. We are going to talk to our people. Thank you.
Okay, continue for the with National Secretary General Napoleon, na the Sierra Leone People's Party. Inside the program, Good Morning Salon now.